Good day, everyone. I am Engineer Janelle M. Ohay, and I'm going to report about strategic management, strategy analysis, and choice. Largely involve making subjective decisions based on objective information. This chapter introduces important concepts that can help strategists generate feasible alternatives, evaluate those alternatives, and choose a specific course of action. Behavioral aspects of strategy formulation are described, including politics, culture, ethics, and social responsibility considerations. Modern tools for formulating strategies are described, and the appropriate role of a board directors is discussed. So, in conclusion, the process of studying and selecting a strategy is a series of steps that requires balancing objective information and personal perspective. The role of behavior and attitude in strategy formation, along with the use of modern tools and the involvement of the board of directors, is essential. With a well thought out plan, we can navigate towards the right direction for the success of an organization. For example, Apple Company. Kilalang kilala natin siya kasi most of us are Apple user. So in 2008, when many companies were struggling, Apple stood out with remarkable success. Their revenue soared from $24 billion in 2007 to an impressive $32.4 billion in 2008, despite the global economic downturn. Apple's net income also experienced a significant increase, reaching $4.4 billion in 2008, up from $3.5 billion the previous year. This financial performance was truly remarkable during a global economic slump or fall. Fortune magazine recognized Apple's excellence by rating them as the most admired company in the world in 2009. This acknowledgement placed Apple at the top, surpassing millions of companies globally in terms of management and performance. While other technology firms faced challenges, Apple boomed. In the midst of a global recession where technology purchases were considered discretionary or optional, Apple's sales of iPads, iPhones, and laptops continued to grow, contributing to higher revenues and profits each quarter. Apple's success can be attributed to a well-executed strategic plan led by the legendary CEO Steve Jobs. Despite having no manufacturing plants, Apple's retail stores played a crucial role. They maintained a first mover status, astonishing the world with innovative products like iPads, iPhones, and laptops. Apple boasts a loyal customer base, and their financial strength is evident with approximately $25.6 billion in cash on their balance sheet and zero long-term debt. Based on Cupertino, California, Apple took a unique approach during the recession by not significantly reducing the prices of their computers, unlike competitors who drastically slashed prices. Interestingly, during the downturn, Apple chose not to significantly cut prices on their computers, setting them apart from competitors who opted for dramatic price reductions. In terms of adjustments and innovations, in 2009, Apple adjusted its iPhone pricing, lowering the entry-level model by 50% to to $99, They also introduced the iPhone 3GS, a faster model capable of capturing videos. By mid-2009, Apple had sold over 20 million iPhones, experiencing high demand and struggling to keep up with supply. Apple's stock performance reflected its success, rising by 80% in the first 7 months of 2009, outperforming the Nasdaq Composite, which was up to 25%. Looking forward, Apple announced plans to design its own computer chips. This strategic move aimed to secure better chips for their unique products and reduce reliance on external chip manufacturers. In conclusion, uh, Apple's success during the challenging year of 2008 can be attributed to their effective strategy analysis and choice. Their ability to innovate, maintain customer loyalty, and make strategic financial decisions position them as a leader in technology industry, even in the face of a global economic downturn. Figure 6-1 shows a comprehensive strategic management model. It comprises Chapter 2 to Chapter 5, which was reported and discussed by the previous groups. So our report, which is Chapter 6, focuses on generating and evaluating alternative strategies as well as selecting strategies to pursue. Strategy analysis and choice seek to determine alternative courses of action that could best enable the firm to achieve its mission and objectives. The firm's present strategies, objectives, and missions, coupled with the external and internal audit information, provide a basis for generating and evaluating feasible alternative strategies. Unless a desperate situation confronts the firm, alternative strategies will likely represent incremental steps that move the firm from its present position to a desired future position. Alternative strategies do not come out of the wild blue yonder. They are derived from the firm's vision, mission, objectives, external audit, and internal audit. They are consistent with or build on past strategies that have worked well. In conclusion, the selection of strategies involves a comprehensive evaluation to determine the most effective path toward a company's objectives. Crafting alternative strategies isn't random process, but a systematic approach based on a deep understanding of the company's internal and external dynamics. These strategies aim to build upon successful past approaches and propel the company towards its envisioned future. Uh, the, the process of generating and selecting strategies. Strategists never consider of feasible alternatives that could benefit the firm because there are infinite number of possible actions and an infinite number of ways to implement those actions. Therefore, a manageable set of the most attractive alternative strategies must be developed. Strategies can explore every single possibility because there are just too many ideas and ways to implement them. So the focus lies in developing the best alternative strategies that can be managed effectively. The advantages, disadvantages, trade-offs, costs, and benefits of these strategies should be determined. This section discusses the process that many firms use to determine an appropriate set alternative strategies. Identifying and evaluating alternative strategies should involve many of the managers and employees who earlier assembled the organizational vision and mission statements, performed the external audit, and conducted the internal audit. Representatives from each department and division of the firm should be included in this process, as as was the case in previous strategy formulation activities. Recall that involvement provides the best opportunity for managers and employees to gain an understanding of what the firm is doing and why to become committed to helping the firm accomplish its objectives. So do this well. We need the help of we need the help and involvement of various people within the company. We need managers and employees who help shape the company's visions and goals. It's also important to have representatives from each department to provide a broad perspective on the situation. This way, we're not just discussing what needs to be done, but also how it can be effective for everyone involved. It helps everyone understand the company's direction better and foster and enthusiasm in working towards achieving our goals. All participants in the strategy analysis and choice activity should have the firm's external and internal audit information by their sides. This information, coupled with the firm's mission statement, will help participants crystallize in their own minds particular strategies that they believe could benefit the firm most. Creativity should be encouraged in this thought process. Alternative strategies by participants should be considered and discussed in a meeting of series of meetings. Proposed strategies should be listed in writing. When all feasible strategies identified by participants are given and understood, the strategy should be ranked in order of attractiveness by all participants, with 1 equals should not be implemented, 2 equals possible should be implemented, 3 equals probably should be implemented, and 4 equals definitely should be implemented. This process will result in a prioritized list of best strategies that reflects the collective wisdom of the group. So, for effective strategy, analysis, and choice, it's imperative that all involved individuals have access to the firm's internal and external audit information alongside its mission statement. This combination enables participants to form strategies they believe will benefit the firm the most, fostering a creative thought process. During meetings, alternative strategies proposed by participants should be thoroughly discussed and documented in writing. Once all viable strategies are understood, a collective ranking based on attractiveness using a scale of 1 to 4 should be employed. This approach yields a prioritized list of the best strategies reflective of the collective wisdom and insight of the group. Ultimately, this systematic method aids in determining the most favorable courses of action for the firm's success. Figure 6-2, the strategy formulation analytical framework. Important strategy formulation techniques can be integrated into a three-stage decision-making framework, as shown in figure 6-2, of which comprises of first first stage, the input stage, which have external factor evaluation matrix, competitive profile matrix, and internal factor evaluation matrix. Uh, the second stage, the matching stage, which have strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, or SWOT matrix. Uh, Strategic position and action evaluation, space matrix, Boston Consulting Group, BCG matrix, internal external IE matrix, and grand strategy matrix. And third stage, the decision stage, quantitative strategic planning matrix, QSPM. Uh, the tools presented in this framework are applicable to all sizes and types of organizations and can help strategists identify, evaluate, and select strategies. All nine techniques include in the strategy formulation framework require the integration of intuition and analysis. Autonomous divisions in an organization commonly use strategy formulation techniques to develop strategies and objectives. Divisional analysis provide a basis for identifying, evaluating, and selecting among alternative corporate level strategies. Strategies themselves, not analytic tools, are always responsible and accountable for strategic decisions. Lens emphasized that the shift from a words-oriented to a numbers-oriented planning process can give rise to a false sense of certainty. It can reduce dialogue, discussion, and argument as a means for exploring understandings, testing assumptions, and fostering organizational learning. Strategists, therefore, must be wary of this possibility and use analytical tools to facilitate rather than to diminish communication. Without objective information and analysis, personal biases, politics, emotions, personalities, and halo error, the tendency to put too much weight on a single factor, unfortunately may play a dominant role in the strategy formulation process. So, effective strategy formulation relies on combining intuition and analysis. Although analytical tools are helpful, it's crucial for strategists to take responsibility for decisions. Relying too much on numbers can limit discussions, leading to false certainty and ignoring important assumptions. Strategists should use these tools to improve communication and recognize the impact of biases and errors when objective data is lacking. Success in strategy creation comes from a balance of intuition, analysis, and clear communication. The input stage. Procedures for developing an EFE matrix, an IFE matrix, and ACPM were presented in chapters 3 and 4. The information derived from these three matrices provides basic input information for the matching and decision stage matrices described later in this chapter. These input tools require strategies to quantify subjectivity during early stages of the strategy formulation process. Making small decisions in the input matrices regarding the relative importance of external and internal factors allows strategies to more effectively generate and evaluate alternative strategies. Good intuitive judgment is always needed in determining appropriate weights and ratings. Uh, this stage sets the groundwork for gathering crucial information necessary for creating effective strategies. The input stage involves conducting through internal audits, looking at our company's strengths and weaknesses. Simultaneously, we conduct external audits, examining market trends, customer behaviors, and our competitor strategies. By doing this, we get a clear picture of where our company stands in the market and opportunities and threats we face. This information serves as the bedrock of divi- uh, bedrock for devising strategies that align with our goals and help us navigate the competitive landscape. In summary, the input stage is about gathering key data and insights that will guide us in formulating well-informed strategies for success of our company. For example, yung mga nauusong mga electric vehicle ngayon na sabi ng iba ay tipid and eco-friendly. So, input stage in strategy formulation of electric vehicle market entry. Green tech innovations is considering to enter the rapidly growing electric vehicle market to devise a successful strategy. They navigate through the initial stage of inputs essential for effective strategy formulation. So, the first step in their strategy formulation process involves comprehensive market analysis. They examine the current state of the electric vehicle industry, analyze trends, growth rates, and competitive landscapes. This includes gathering data on first, market size and growth, which assessing the size and expected growth of the EV market. Second is competitor analysis, which studying existing EV manufacturers, their market shares, strengths, weaknesses, and strategies. Next is regulatory environment, where it understanding the understanding the governmental policies, incentives, and regulations influencing EV adoption and production. Next is consumer preferences. It identifying consumer needs, preferences, and behavior concerning EVs. Concurrently, they conduct an internal assessment of green tech innovation to comprehend their strengths, weaknesses, and unique capabilities in entering the EV market. First is resource analysis, where evaluating technology expertise, financial resources, and capabilities for EV production. Next is SWOT analysis. They identify internal strengths to leverage, weaknesses to address, opportunities to capitalize on, and threats to mitigate. Next is core competencies. Understand their distinctive competencies that can provide a competitive edge in the EV market. Additionally, identifying stakeholder needs and expectation. First is stakeholder expectations. Reco- it recognizing investor goals and expectation concerning to their venture into the EV market. Next is employee perspectives, gathering insights from employees to align strategies with organizational capabilities and garner internal support. Next is customer outreach, engaging potential and existing customers to gauge expectations and perceptions regarding their EV offerings. In conclusion, the input stage in strategy formulation is essential. Th- Through comprehensive market analysis, internal assessment, and understanding stakeholder expectations, we can gain valuable insights crucial for formulating a strong strategy to enter the electric vehicle market successfully. So this is the end of my report. Thank you for listening. I hope that you learned something about strategy analysis and choice. Thank you very much.